MMA Boxing Talk here. This is a prediction video for Cody Garbrandt versus Takeya Mizugaki, taking place next Saturday, UFC 202. Can't wait for that card. Let's start off with Takeya Mizugaki. He's his record 21-9. He's got 5 of his wins coming by knockout, 1 by submission, and 15 by decision. So 15 out of his 21 wins are by decision. Mizugaki, is primarily a boxer, a decision boxer basically. Nothing flashy. He's smart, but very simple. Very simple technique, but pretty decent at boxing. Nothing special, like I said, but he's really had his ups and downs. In the UFC and in the WEC, never really winning the big fights ever. Has a lot of experience though against top level fighters. There's no doubt, but always really coming up short in the big fights. And but he had a 5-fight win streak right before he fought Dominick Cruz at the end of 2014. So he was doing well at one point in the UFC, but that's really his. That 5-fight win streak was the highlight of his career, for the most part. But anyway, this is going to be a really tough fight for Takeya Mizugaki. Cody Garbrandt is also a boxer. He was, I believe, he was 32-1 in the amateurs. So he has a great boxing pedigree, and he's got really, really heavy hands, extremely fast speed, explosive power too. Like, he just has a great combination of things going for him. And I just don't think Takeya Mizugaki is going to be the guy to stand in his way and stop the train that is Cody I mean, he's 9-0 with 8 knockouts, only 1 by decision. So 8 out of his 9 fights coming by stoppage. He's coming off of a huge win against Thomas Almeida, where a lot of people were picking Thomas Almeida to win. It was close enough, but I mean, I would say maybe 60%, at least 60-70% thought Almeida was going to win. There was enough people thinking Garbrandt, but Almeida was definitely the favorite, the consensus favorite for the most part. And Garbrandt went out and stopped him in the first round, just overwhelmed them. Thomas Almeida couldn't get going. Mizugaki's a little bit different. He's not a type of guy that needs to get going. He's going to kind of just be at the same pace for the whole fight kind of deal. So if he can weather the storm. But, Cody has great cardio, great wrestling. He's very well-rounded. So it's going to be tough for Mizugaki in any area of this fight, whether it's on the ground, or standing. I think Garbrandt's just too youthful, too fast, too strong, too powerful, and his wrestling, I think, will be really hard for Takeya Mizugaki to defend. And I definitely see Garbrandt getting probably the TKO finish, probably in the first or second round. It would be really, really something if Cody stopped Mizugaki in the first round, because Dominick Cruz stopped Mizugaki in the first round about 2 years ago, and Cruz has been calling out Cody lately. He says that's the most interesting fight for him at 135, and if No Love can get a first round TKO, it would just set that matchup right up. They could really build that fight. And who knows what could happen, but No Love has to get past Mizugaki. I think he'll do that no problem. But I just wanted to give my thoughts out there. I think No Love has a very bright future. He's probably the most heavy-handed fighter at 135. Him or maybe John Lineker, and it's funny because John Lineker and him were supposed to fight, I believe, and Lineker pulled out for some reason. I think it was. But they were scheduled to fight. That would have been a hell of a fight. Lineker was a flyweight moving up to 135. He's not very big, but man, he's got power, just coming off of a nice knockout win over Michael McDonald, who was ranked, I think, number 5 in that division. So very good division. That division's on fire. A lot of good fighters coming up. Dominick Cruz, the real champ, the division's best champion in the history of the Bantamweight division, is back. He's got his belt again. He's taken all comers. I really think TJ Dillashaw deserves that rematch, of course. But if Cody No Love stops Mizugaki real quick in the first or second round, you never know. He might leapfrog TJ Dillashaw, but Dillashaw's going to get his chance before long. It's only a matter of time. I know Cruz is interested in he's interested in his in fights with Aldo and McGregor and possibly moving up to 145, but I really can't see that really happening anytime soon. I think Dominick Cruz is going to stick it out and keep fighting the 135-pound champions, unless maybe a guy like Aldo loses to McGregor, and it's a close fight or something like that, and Aldo not interested in fighting Max Holloway, would rather a fight with Dominick Cruz. Maybe later down the line I could see that happening, but a lot of things have to go certain ways, and who knows. But I think Cruz is at 135 for a while, so I do think, what I'm getting at is, I do think he'll fight TJ Dillashaw before long. Whether it's after his next fight or it'll be the one after that. Whatever. It is what it is. Just wanted to put my thoughts out on Cody No Love versus Takeya Mizugaki next Saturday. It's 1 week from today. Can't wait. Let me know what you guys think. If you like the video, subscribe. Check me out on Twitter at MMA Boxing Talk 1. Peace.